Should be interesting. I mean, Rav been basically part of every top 8 since, was he? I don't know if he was in the ABN top 8. But I know,
not.
Yeah, he was in
That was
most
close,
of the
I
top
think.
8. Yeah, to be fair, that relegation seed came down to, I think, a few seconds right down the end.
Yeah.
And then Ignited coming out from hit list, and being in an execution-based, more execution-based settings, kind of interesting. I'm
Just a quick look at our brackets. Oh, what are you saying?
I was just gonna say, surprised it was ABN. Didn't know who banned who again.
All right, yeah, we can cover that. From my little sheets. I'm looking at the wrong part of the sheet. Fantastic. So the first ban was from Rav. Rav banned hit list. Again, Rav didn't have to play hit list, so I think they banned the format. They had 0 practice in. Then Ignited, she banned Worlds and Path, and then Rav banned Yeet, or decided to pick ABN instead of Yeet. So
makes sense that hit list was getting banned by more of the like the Wayfinders that were already in from Worlds, because they didn't have to play it, they didn't have to practice it, so they weren't. It's more of a matter that they don't have to play it if they're more comfortable with all the other settings. So,
Oh, absolutely.
About.
And it's also to be noted, Ignited was not in the ABN settings, so it makes sense that Rav would probably want to take her to a setting that he feels more comfortable with and she doesn't have really much experience in.
So, I'm just looking at these numbers, and a 6 in STT and a 6 in Beast Castle. Obviously, there's an 8 in Hollow Bastion, but that's more expected. And 6 items in Halloween Town.
Very stacked Halloween Town. Starting off knowing that Valor and knowing where a fire is, those are both very useful tools. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an early push into the shotgun of World That Never Was, just see if you can pick up that fire.
Yeah, and questioning what they start with. Do they start with Pride Lands, or do they start with getting rid of through their death abuses in Beast Castle? So, I mean, I'd be tempted to save the Beast Castle for Valor. Pride Lands for one. It's like save Beast Castle for some Valor leveling. And Ignite is going for death abuses.
Makes sense. Both are...
Torn Page is found already in Pride Lands, so...
There's a lot of different approaches you can go with when you're starting in beginner. Just it makes sense to get death abuses because if you do not find like Trinity Final or any other form, really, it makes it really difficult to get death abuses out of the way, especially with how much HP increases get. So it's perfectly valid to do all your death abuses first.
Yeah, Ignited, I think, having a little bit of trouble with it, unless she was planning on getting levels.
I don't think that was the plan. It doesn't look like she customized her party member.
Yeah, okay. But now it just makes the Beast Castle one a little more annoying, unless she decides to route that out and save it for Valor.
Which looks like she is, and that's fair. I think that's a fine play in this instance.
Yeah.
It should also be noted, Magnet Burst, Guard Break in Pride Lands, but Magnet Burst was on, I believe it was level 7, so having an early tool like Magnet Burst is always nice.
And looking at Rav's tracker, he's got 23 magic for already, so Magnet Burst is going to just like destroy a lot of enemies.
And no strength increases, along with that Keyblade just being like super low strength as well. A 6 in strength is rough. Alright. Ignited going to Port Royal and LOD. Probably just looking to see if she can pick up like an extra glide. It does make movement a little smoother. Oh, that Valor form in the first chest. That's always good. And a report.
Oh, yeah.
We know a reflect.
I wouldn't be surprised with that reflect if Ignited decides to go to Beast Castle after going to the shotgun of Halloween Town.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Beast Castle looks like, Beast Castle with a 6, you hit that shotgun up, see what you can get. Because, especially if she finds Trinity during this process, then might just see an early Beast.
You think I gave him Trinity? The heck?
If they find Trinity, or, yeah.
Again, Trinity and STT along with Limit and STT.
And every fire.
Oh,
and
yeah.
draw.
Well, no, there's a fire in World That Never Was.
Okay, every other fire.
Oh, Cure was in Pride Lands.
Okay. I mean, it's nice if you get Berserk, or you can do some strats with that. It's good to have it early. You just hope you find other things at this point.
Yeah, but they don't have to do anything past Simba, so rob Simba of his ethers and go about your business.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I missed this third report from Ignited in Halloween Town. TTS of Thunder. It's an okay hint.
Yeah. But Halloween Town's just a library at the moment.
Ooh, going into Disney Castle for Rav, nice and early. Makes sense. There's two
never
important
mind. I
checks
gave him a
here.
draw.
Aww. If you
I had a magnet. Okay.
You get your 2 checks out of here. You don't even have to push the mouse. So that'd be a nice change.
Yeah,
Still
halfway there.
3 more checks, and
Okay, I like what Rav's doing, opting to do a save warp. They might just come back later. We'll see. There's a lot of flexibility.
just gonna grab probably the 2, or if need be, push the mouse.
Alright, there is a magnet in Santa's workshop. Electro ring. Man, okay, they're gonna get tricky a little bit early. That's the answer to this. I jinxed it, but in the opposite way. I blessed them.
Alright, let's see how good of a mouse push Rav can get here. Meanwhile, Ignited goes into Pride Lands, just covering ground Rav already.
Pride Lands makes sense with magnet, so be a little bit faster. I mean, even if the RNG doesn't go your way, you still can just magnet.
A pretty good mouse push. It still takes the RC. I think that's fine. Your strength's low, that taking the RC, you're gonna do a little more damage with it than trying to do other way. So, when you're running an avian, Cal, what do you tend to do? Do you tend to try to minimize your shotguns out? Do you tend to just push until worlds are dead? How do you feel like you?
Depends on the tools for me. It's just if I have tools to clear a world out and I don't think it could be much better, I might just clear them out, because in the avian settings, my whole goal is to immediately just go for drive forms to get those drive checks secured.
Makes sense.
Or so that way I can route them into what I'm doing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that's probably one of the things that ABN is best at, is it really forces you to figure out how to route in your drive leveling, especially on beginner settings. The unfortunate part is, because it's beginner, auto forms, they are really only useful at the beginning unless you want to dump a decent amount of time into getting into critical damage to actually use them.
Yeah.
Definitely a huge time sink for sure.
Still not seeing whatever's in Timeless River yet.
Alright, is this the one time it's on an AS? And we want it to be on an
Could
AS
be.
for a Wayfinder seed? Please? I'm down. It's not, but I'm down.
Alright, going for the 1-2 hit combo, aerial combo. Makes sense.
Man, look at that stat. What the heck is going on here?
Yeah, no strength
Yeah.
whatsoever.
This is
Strength,
level
where?
1 strength, my god.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm as much of a fan of the DC with the strength. I mean, might have waited a little bit to make it at least that one just slightly faster. I mean, it's not much difference. A few seconds, so.
Okay, still no check in waterway. Yeah, okay,
It's
so
Windows,
Windows
at least.
onward. Now, these racers don't have to commit to 50-50s necessarily of Terra versus Marley. They do have to choose at some points between core and not core, but that's not as bad.
Ignited visiting Pooh.
Front 3,
Proof
ooh,
connection. Can go do Terra.
Yeah, definitely required. Terra's definitely not off in these settings. Oh, but
And that
we're
actually
also
would have
seeing...
been hilarious for hit list. I just turn on Terra only.
Oh, no.
So he could be rolled on the card.
Oh, jeez. That Death Abuse
That was
feels
a
taking
OC
a little
item.
long. Oh, maybe not a Starry Hill. Or a Spooky
There's still
Cave.
one check left. Oh,
Oh, Wisdom?
Wisdom and Agrabah.
Yeah, still one
So,
check left.
yeah. So if you're Rav, I'm probably thinking you want to go to Halloween Town and then go over to BC after this. Just try and get the Valor and the Wisdom checks up.
I feel like you probably use the Valor check in BC initially, and then save Wisdom to go through, because you got a Wisdom and a Magnet. You can just knock through OC for the most part. It would be much better if they had like a Fire and a Thunder, then like they could go through like initial bit of OC and just try to knock that world out.
It's true. Could also go through LOD with that Magnet. It's not great with Baby Magnet, but it is functional.
It's only like a 1 there. I feel like you'd be better off just holding that. Ooh, Hori Slap.
Hori Slap.
That's an early pickup. Very nice. I like using the form to break the thing. A glide.
Oh, Glide.
Gets the scimitar.
And a Scimitar.
Also,
Let's get
Aqua
the,
Marine Ring.
Yeah, about to say. You know it.
Glide diffing begins.
Ignited actually, I believe, does have that glide. Oh, no, they don't.
No, it was
I
a
thought they
Wisdom
did.
glide, so they don't have Wisdom yet.
Oh, no, they
didn't
got the
go into Agrabah.
scimitar.
They got into
There we go.
Agrabah, they just did their Death Abuse and left. They didn't
Right.
actually check it, because they would have found Wisdom immediately.
Sieges Agrabah and early.
And early in the Master Seed. We'll see if it, same treatment here. I'm down if it doesn't.
Yep, looks like it
They're
doesn't.
going to at least a Boo. Could be right here, or could just be Flare Force.
Flare Force would be nice. I don't think... Have any of our racers checked the shop yet?
I don't think they will until they get, like, Money Pouch, maybe? There's not any shop items to really check for it, so... if there were shop items, I mean, or like world items in the shop, then I would see checking early, so that way you kind of have an idea as to what you should go ahead and run through.
Also, very clean mouse push from Ignited. Also, swag dodge rolls through the waves. And, yeah, Agrabah does not end early. Alright, do we get this fire early or not? Or is it past Roxas?
I believe we'll get something else. I believe. I have not looked at the spoiler log. No one's saying anything.
Rav is definitely going for just the first 4 checks.
Yeah. Alright, power boost. I mean, that helps with the
Ooh, a drive
something
gauge
of a
up.
strength stat.
What strength stat?
Ooh,
Exactly.
Aerial Spiral.
Aerial
Ooh.
Spiral.
Okay, Aerial Spiral, Hori Slash. I think I saw Aerial Dive, if I'm not mistaken. Or I might be confusing it. Or it might be the aerial word in my head. The Omega Seed Bleed.
And,
Even though
Berserk
I'm not
charge.
playing.
Neither of these racers have gone into Beast Castle, but Rav, it looks like he's just going around counterclockwise, so he'll probably hit Halloween Town next.
That makes sense. BC, especially being a 6, like, you probably don't want to push that super
Probably
early.
fair. You might want to look around for, like, wait, wasn't Trinity already found?
No, we haven't seen Trinity.
I can't confirm it has not been found.
Okay.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if it slipped by on one of the level checks.
Yeah, I think the only thing we found so far really is just that scimitar, which is
Yeah.
okay. Not really the most interesting check at the moment, especially with how early it is.
Now, that being said, this could be a situation where something's in AG2, that one check AG2, and you need a Blizzard, a Thunder, and a Fire to do it. Which could be really mean.
Yeah. I mean, that should...
Wow, I haven't seen this happen in a long time. Ignited's drive ran out before Valor could kill.
That's insane.
I
she
actually
still
just
got 3
haven't seen
levels
that in
for
such
it.
a long time. Yeah.
mean, kind of the benefit for that low strength.
Also, none of our racers have entered SP, which is a little interesting. SP tends to be one of those you probably want to push early, get the minigame out of the way, get it prepped for level boosting. It's also a small room, you could find another glide in there, and even if you don't, it won't take that long to do, so I'm a little surprised we haven't seen anybody enter it. And now you're getting her wisdom now, so... Won't be surprised if she finds that glide here in Agrabah if she decides to get a couple of heartless kills while Rav finishes up Halloween Town.
Man, I'm actually really surprised that neither of them have just gone into Beast Castle. Like, that's kind of one of the more annoying death abuses.
Yeah, it's true.
They don't have that much health, so it's fine. Like, they're barely getting away with this.
I mean, they had Valor form pretty early and Wisdom. I mean, they could at least spend time and level within Beast
Yeah,
Castle.
they could reach hit count instead of taking a death, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, I missed the Aquamarine ring.
Okay, so Ignited does get that glide.
Alright, our first dip into OC. Let's see what we got here. Now with Glide 1, in a situation, I mean, obviously we have Glide 2, but with Glide 1, do you still go down this ramp?
I personally always do, regardless of difficulty.
Yeah. I mean, in case of, like, crit seeds at slightly hard settings, I mean, you're kind of just looking for stuff more than anything.
Makes sense.
Okay, another drive gauge increase. It's always appreciated. Okay, still nothing. I really honestly, with only 2 checks, I don't expect to even get a single check.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa,
Age.
never mind. Last second.
Now we go
Yeah, we are checking the shop.
Check.
Nope.
Which is a
And
good
nothing.
timing to do it. Just
PR.
skipping over Twilight. Well, I hate the layout of this. Twilight Town had actually had 5, so I mean, it would be worth doing the shotgun.
Yeah, but I can
Start
also...
looking.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, looking for a potential final form out of it. I mean,
I think it makes sense, though. I mean, finishing up your smaller worlds, then take a check, see if you get Light and Darkness, then go into Twilight Town.
well, Ignited's going through OC, so she might go hit up 100 Acre just to check out Rabbit's house.
It's true, she has played the minigame, and I don't think we have seen Rav go in there quite yet.
No, he might be hitting. I think he's just doing his like in more counterclockwise faction, so
Makes sense.
he'll probably hit it. He'll probably hit it immediately right after this. I would guess. Could be wrong.
I would
Lot of
assume
good-
so.
A lot of good item slots out the gate, though. Those are always nice to have.
Okay,
Oh.
no, Ignited's going to TT.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we have Magnega.
Oh, Magneto. Oh yeah, shoot.
That's crazy. So, how long till we get another magic, though? That's a useful magic. That is the question.
I mean, I would probably be thinking about doing Hull HB1 because Bailey will just fall apart with their magic stat and Magnega. I mean, why not? It's a few easy checks to do.
Absolutely. Could also look at that Agrabah elevator. Ooh, Combo Master. That's always good.
And yeah, it's only just for one check, though. I mean, probably going to want to start hitting up the higher density worlds. The only, of course, higher density world that's there that's a little on the annoying side is SCT. Oh, skill and crossbones.
Yeah. We still haven't seen them go into BC. That's the world that you're looking at, that you're thinking, okay.
Thunder. Could
There
go
we
PR
go.
now with that.
Yeah.
With that, like, 27 magic for Ignited, she could very well just go right into PR and...
And Ram just going through, playing the minigame. Getting his checks. Ignited leaving. Makes sense. Want to save this for final form leveling.
And she'll do SP now. Makes sense.
And I imagine she will probably go into 100 Acre right after. It's right next to her. She's got the extra page. Get the 3 checks. See if you need to go further.
Kind of thinking about it now, they're probably... Well, probably both races are trying to look for another form and just level Valor or Wisdom in Beast Castle instead of taking a Death Abuse like we've usually seen.
Makes sense. But at some point you also just gotta bite the bullet, because all of your forms could just be sitting there. Also, I don't think any of our racers have checked their Keyblades as of recently, so they might have picked up Latent Darkness and we just don't know it.
Potentially.
It's also a good point.
Rav is using a different key, for sure. It's a... I don't know what it is, but it is a different key.
Bond of Flame, I think.
Yeah, there we go. I was trying to remember that name.
I just don't know what's on there.
This is something
Okay, Rabbit's house.
Ooh.
Alright,
Oh,
nothing
no
here.
experience.
Equip that now. Get prepared for the level 1 race that's on Thursday, you know?
Ooh boy, that's gonna be a spicy race.
It is.
Alright, yeah,
There
Ignited
we
is
go.
biting the bullet. Probably
you
you can
get,
level
like-
both forms actually, I think.
Yeah.
With that strength stat?
Oh, with the amount of drive she has, she can definitely get both of them leveled up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Immediately quits out, and you just get to the account at this point. It's probably not worth attempting to take a death.
Yeah. Well, with the HP she has, definitely not worth it. And defense.
Still haven't seen any of those checks on drives. Right, Courtyard, what do you got? Oh, auto limit. Okay.
Money pouch.
Those are nice. Hey, another power boost.
So yeah, Ignited's gonna get a lot of ethers before long, and RavSpect is going into Twilight Town.
Oh,
Ignited's just
interesting.
going straight for just the shotgun route, like just gonna do all this and be out.
I think this is okay. I would definitely err on the side of doing Bell's room first, especially knowing how much there is in BC.
I feel like I would have planned. I feel like it probably might have been better just to plan out that you're going to just go through it, and just even if you can't like one cycle it, just go with it.
Yeah, for sure. And the note with that strength, I don't think. Oh, proof.
Wow.
Proof.
The last proof. Okay.
So Promise Charm, and they have access to levels.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
honestly
they
a
can
good
just clear that
play.
off. Yeah.
Wow, picture?
Picture. Only 2 checks left, so
She's leaving for Thresholder. Okay, interesting.
I think that's both fair, but also your strength stat's kind of terrible. You don't have
Yeah.
magic really to work with. I guess a thunder is fine.
yeah, but the magic's also sitting at like close to 30.
Wow,
Flare
Flare
Force.
on a staff.
Well, no, I mean, that kind of makes Thresholder a little juicy, especially with that money pouch. Let's see, does Rev choose to leave here, or does he choose to continue? Nah, he's just leaving TT3, or TT1.
Holy. I see Ignited put on an air combo plus. That's crazy.
And
I feel
Rev
like I
going
never
in.
see everyone put that on.
BC checks.
I kind of expect Rav to do Thresholder, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like that.
Rav
Going
also
into the
doing
corner.
forms. Yeah, keeping them all alive as best as can.
Minimizes the time the shadows have to spawn. And Ignited going into Hollow Bastion. Now with Magniga, as you said, Cal, I think she should be able to shred this pretty quickly.
Master form.
Ooh, that's pretty big. But do they have a drive converter yet? I don't think they do.
I don't think they do.
So don't have a lot of
three. That's 3 early forms. You
Most
definitely don't see people force final in these settings, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, not hard force. If you see forcing final, they have light and dark.
Yeah.
Alright, so far nothing else in HB. I do like this though, actually, doing HB when you're out of drive. You will get your drive gauge back after doing Bailey. Magnet Burst is amazing. Oh
And,
yeah, you see there's Air Combo Plus being a little bit annoying for her.
Is
Still
core
fast, though.
on in these settings? Or
Yes.
Yes, core is on.
Okay, so that's a little interesting to consider. The 6 and when we get down to it, if we'll see some core skips or not.
I feel like it depends on whenever they get membership card.
It's true.
Just like last seed.
Although on normal item placement, I feel like the odds are like massively lower.
The odds are much lower, but you can still have those weird ones where membership cards just sitting in Spooky Cave.
I mean, we are playing a Geek Seed, so anything can happen.
Unfortunately, they're probably not going to be happy, if I had to guess. I haven't looked, again, I have not looked at the spoiler log, I have zero idea, but it's looking a little, the seed kind of looks a little annoying so far, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And Rav, as you thought, is going through Thresholder, so...
I mean, there's still Port Royal to do. 4 checks, and can
Speaking
easily go
of.
up to GR2 with that, so...
Oh, for sure. Wait, is that like all the item slots at this point, or are they only missing like one more?
I believe there's 8 total, and they have 6 or 7.
That's crazy.
God, look at this damage on the shoulder. It's so bad comparably to what we're used to
Don't know
seeing.
why he just didn't go for the Thunder. Or the Blizzard.
I don't think he put on the Flare Force staff either. I don't think he knows he has it.
I will say, if you do Flare Force, it does make things a little awkward, because if you're over-damaging and you're stuck waiting for the finisher, it could be more of a time sink than time saved.
Very true.
Oh, Ignite's probably going to get, I would say, well, nope, no level 5 yet. I wasn't quite level 5 on Wisdom.
And that's really cool going into the corner. Being
Actually,
able to break
might-
those boxes.
Yeah, break them early, but... Oh, there it is,
Oh, wow,
and a Blizzard.
That definitely entices you. I would be thinking go until this world is dead, or at least all the way through GR2.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Get a
up to
cure.
GR2.
Cure! That's Kira.
Where's the Kiraga? It's the most important magic in the game. Wait, did Rav break the box? Or did he
I
save it?
believe Rav did break the box.
Heathen. Cursed. You always need to save that box.
Alright, so far still nothing here in Beast Castle. Rajart, R.A. Jart, let me know which one it is. The win condition,
Oh!
you'll see it in the bottom left,
Blizzaga
is just
found.
ABN. So racers all just need to, each racer needs to get all important checks, make every number on the tracker blue, signifying they have all important checks. That they cannot die after, or sorry, they cannot die once they got a check and turn blue. They have to get it in their inventory. But it is, it's really just a race about trying to be as optimal as you can in the face of the randomness. So we'll see how each racer adapts to the info they're given. So far, the seed kind of sucks, not gonna lie. It's not like the
Well-
greatest seed.
Well, on RavSpect, he just picked up a report saying SP has Pan, and Ignited has Blizzaga. So
There's also an HB or Reflect an HB that Rav found as well.
well, they found the hint for it. That was
Oh.
I think it was one of the Halloween Town hints. So
I missed that earlier. One thing I'm surprised, I think that, especially because PR is a little higher world, you could argue about doing auto-limit strats here since you're waiting the minute fight anyway. You have it.
That's fair, actually. It's a good
fair.
thing to think about. It still might take forever. You might like lose like 15-20 seconds just to getting to low health. But it's still probably better, anyway.
Well, and you're stuck in that minute fight anyway, so gives you something to do. But I also respect just taking the levels, getting what you can out of it. Rav finding his master form, so probably see him level that up here. Or some of the other forms up with that, and finding that blizzard very soon.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, even I know this may only be one like check, but I mean, both racers do have like I guess actually no wait, they don't have a reflect for it. Well, they depends on what they know. They could probably get a Sean you skip, but
Good.
I don't know.
They
might
could.
be better
I mean,
off
they have
getting
a drive.
for it.
You can do some fire, or not fire, what's it? Some hovering of sorts, potentially with the blizzard, an aerial blizzard, or aerial thunder. That's like maybe what you can do. You might have to chuck an aerial or high drive recovery, potentially.
Yeah, I still think it's a bit early to say because there's still plenty of other like areas to go check. But that STT is looking kind of scary.
Definitely is.
And Rav has had a very quick Bailey fight. Using Magnega, making sure they're standing roughly in the middle of the arena.
I honestly think they're both just wanting to look for that limit form in Trinity Limit.
And these Keyblades, by the way, are also not strength-based. Rav just took a look, and I think the highest we've seen is like a 5 strength Keyblade. So
Ooh.
strength is
It's
just
bad.
not happening today. Oh, Ignited finding Stitch, though. That's nice.
And they did find it off of the boat fight. So it's something. I will say Stitch probably doesn't have as much like super high power as it does in Crit. Still good though. Oh, they find final. And it's done. Wow. Just done right there as well. So now you can go TT and you can maybe just like do the full tower or work your way up.
Yeah.
So that opens up a lot of things a little bit.
And Rab won't be too far behind. I would say they're about even currently. I mean, Rab went through and did up the beast, and Ignited still hasn't done that.
Interesting Rav choosing not to push Thresholder, though, with the Thunder.
Rab
You
did
mean Ignited?
push.
Or not Thresholder, Darkthorn, that was it.
Oh, Darkthorn. Okay. I see.
Yeah, makes. Well, I mean, you might be looking for final. We'll probably get final here, and may just end up doing Darkthorn after.
Makes sense.
Okay, so there's the aerial dive I was thinking about from earlier. On Final 4,
Still have 2 checks. Oh,
Genie,
nah. There's the Genie.
still 2 checks.
Yeah. Drives are not giving away what they have in store for us that early this seed, so that's a little scary. Thankfully you're getting them early, and you do have auto limit in the very worst situation, so...
right.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to Final 5, so sitting pretty on that. And nothing in the station. We'll see if there's anything outside tower.
I think Ignited's definitely looking for a drive converter to start doing, like, getting master levels.
The question is, if you're Ignited, do you do the tower So you do have Wisdom, but you don't really have... I mean, you have Magnega, so I guess you probably just do Tower, right?
I think that's
because that's all you need.
Especially if Tower doesn't end. You have
kind of
6
mentioned it dark. But all those keys kind of suck. I'm just looking at them all. Ooh boy, this is going to be a rough strength seed.
Also, they don't have a Reflect yet, so it's... Roxas also might be a bit of a problem. You're gonna have to go in there eventually. It's just a matter of, like, without a Reflect, you can't really utilize that magic stat as much as you'd like to. Or the Explosion.
Oh hey, finishing plus. Alright, yeah, she does do the tower. Magnega doing a lot of good work.
You still have Windows for Wisdom, so, and Valor too, so you're not too concerned about this. You can, if you don't finish up your Wisdom here, you can get it there later.
There's also OC still available.
Very true.
Ooh, these pirates are not being nice to Rav right now. Just lurking in the shadows the whole time. Alright, one last pirate finally gets their Stitch and done with the boat fight.
And they're on their way to most likely collect Final Form.
Now here's an interesting thought. You have Magnega, you have Stitch. You could go EXP boostless Space Paranoids.
I don't think they have XP boost. If I'm mistaken.
Boostless. That's...
Oh, boostless. Okay, misunderstood.
I mean, beginner settings, it makes more sense to do boostless because they give like 100 XP per like mob. So
you can argue also waiting for Promise Charm potentially.
Alright, 3 checks left in Tower. Still missing 2 things out of Twilight Town.
2 AP boost back to back. Very nice.
Lovely. Alright. I imagine Ignite's just going to turn around and go straight back into DT2 after this. There's no point.
I mean, get up possibly I don't know if she'll get a final level or not, but
you might. I think they were fairly close, or like they did a bunch of extra kills.
Rav about to collect that final form from PR1 here after Barbosa, so
I would imagine he just jumps into DT the same.
I could see that.
Ooh, okay, so Rav is trying... Okay, they've finally got it. The Magnet Thunder strat there.
And there's their final form.
Yeah, I was paying attention to Rav's screen, and Ignited's already done with TT2. So, such an easy fight if you have Magnega.
Doesn't look like level 6 yet.
Right.
Still,
time to find ice cream. Ooh, this Halloween Town. I'm a fan of this.
Yeah.
At this point, again, for these kinds of settings, it's really just about can you do the content you're choosing as optimally as possible. You can't really say there's a right or wrong choice if you do it as fast as you can, or comparably if you got like other tools. So as long as they do this fight fast, they're basically fine.
I'm just saying, Geek, we're about 40 minutes of seed. No sight of Limit, no sight of Trinity, no sight of a Fire. We might have a cursed STT.
No, it's okay. It's all in the whatever it was. You just gotta go there.
Yeah, there's a fire there. They can go there, grab the fire, and then go straight to STT. All good.
Very true.
And guesses that membership card will be the quest right after Axel?
Oh yeah,
that would be cursed.
I'd like that. Hey, these guys don't have to fight 4 datas, you know?
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 3 datas plus Sephi and a 50-50 on Marley or Terra. They don't have to do that. That's for sure.
I do like what Rav did there. He got final maxed out, dropped out of it, went back into Valor, He does get the drive refill on top of that, and also gets him a little closer to Valor 6 than Ignited is right now.
Yeah, something Kisu put up in chat that Ignited has definitely been very efficient about leveling her forms.
It's very true. I think both our racers have been very good about it.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, Ignited coming from Hitless, the more execution-based, and Rav just performing well in pretty much every category they've participated in. It makes sense that they would know, hey, let's use this in the most optimal place I can. And plus, who knows, Limit could be hiding on a level 6 form. We still have 2 checks there, and the only form that we don't have that leveled up that we have is Master, which you could argue about spinning the carousel right here and taking a second on your way down for Oogie and grabbing some levels for Master out of that.
Wow, Ignited got lucky there.
Very much.
It's a random whether Oogie goes across both or only stops at one, and complete chance that it happened to go all the way. Alright, maybe she'll get final 6. Sorry, Valor 6 off of this.
I mean, with that strength stat, there's a good chance.
Yeah.
God, this strength stat sucks. I'm so sorry. Okay, there it is.
And
Very
Warehouse
nice.
Jesus, it is quite possible, just like the last seed where it was just hiding on Ground Shaker. For membership card.
Oh wow, ice cream and it's done.
Oh,
So now
yeah,
you just go
definitely.
TT3.
Going back to BC, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. She'll have to do it. Just have to go through. She'll probably go through Darkthorn.
Well, and she still needs a cutscene trigger, too, for that ice cream to take effect, so
Yeah.
going through here makes sense. Meanwhile, Rav gonna be disappointed by the end of TT1 and TT2, more than likely, here.
Oh, okay. Ignited's gonna opt to level Master here. I think they'll only get to maybe level 3 at the highest.
I believe so. I think the orbs of the guy in the middle don't drop that. They get you up to level 2. Level 3 comes from the little statues. Because I don't think the birds drop. I could be wrong. Birds I don't think drop them, though. The Master Orbs.
Alright, gets through the bar. I don't think they get to keep their form here. Honestly, I think you just lose it. Yeah, you can maybe go back into it. Okay, never mind. I'll have to just finish the fight.
If you really want to restore your form, you can just pop into it before you go into the minigame here. And
Right,
Rav,
yeah.
meanwhile, push into OC. Our first
I like-
dive at OC.
I like to play for OC. Can get some, at least a Wisdom 6 from there.
True. You can also top off Valor on the Demix clones if you really need to, and then get all your Wisdom topped off as well.
Definitely at this point, they're trying to find that limit form more than anything.
Oh, absolutely. If they find that limit form, this seed's very, very simple. Now, have any racers found a Berserk charge yet?
Either of them found one. Unless one's hidden on like a Keyblade.
Okay. Just trying to think, because we still have Roxas. You could technically do a Berserk Hori strat with Roxas, and that's with the double Keyblades. That would speed it up just a little bit.
I think that would be very efficient though.
At this point, no. it's also just looking at the board, like, you definitely, if you don't find limit before you go over to world, if you don't find limit and you don't have a fire, I would definitely go to World That Never Was at that point and just try and brute force my way through it to get a fire for STT.
Reflect on Cerberus. And
Okay.
OC is done. So not much to do in OC, really.
That's always nice.
Yeah, but you don't know if Trinity's hidden past it.
And you also miss out on all of that master leveling experience as well. Looks like Ignited is going...
Recharge on Sweet Memories, Keyblade.
Okay. We have a B charge. Going to Agrabah, this makes sense. You get a couple levels of master out of here. Ignited doing Dark, Thorn. Get a chance to see if we have to go to BC2. I like that. I like popping into it. If you're not comfortable with the final form, just Keyblade spam. Pop into Wisdom with that Thunder is a good shout. Oh, unfortunately missing the Thunder there, though.
Still got it before he ran off.
Limit in Throne Room? Could be. Could very well be there.
That
Rav
wouldn't
would
be
have
that
what
mean, right?
Rav has what he would need for a Throne Room skip easy.
It's true. Alright, saving your form. Makes sense. Do we see a BC2?
Well, we're missing Beast Claw, so not quite.
But we will need to go there. Okay.
I mean, a lot of Visit Unlocks are just kind of not easy to find right now. It's
Okay.
it's making this very interesting.
Looks like Ignited will be picking up the Reflect, I would hope. Because I would hope that if anyone going here, they're going all the way up to... They're planning on going to Urns and further on.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, we still have this check in Agrabah. We've got the Twin Lords here. That's all that's left that they have access to, because they do not have a fire. So you're kind of hoping it's here, and you don't have to go any further after this. If it is, that's awkward. We also haven't seen any of the other 3 torn pages yet. And we know that there's at least one more thing hiding in 100 Acres, so I wouldn't be opposed to finding some of those early as well. Using the Twin Lords to just finish up Valor form here. Makes sense. Drop out of it, you're gonna get a drive refill after anyway. And that Magna Burst finisher is really good for picking up all those extra clones that drop off from them.
Alright, overall solid fight. There's this one check remaining. Okay.
And Agrabah 2 is needed. Well, they also need a fire to be able to go there.
Right,
They
Rav
can't
going
go.
to screen.
Yeah, they, funny enough, can't go through Agrabah 2 without that fire, so...
Are they gonna auto-limit this? It looks like what they're setting up for. Getting some ethers prepped and taking their party members off. That strength stat is so sad.
I've seen worse, unfortunately, but it's pretty rough right now.
Nah, just going straight into it. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, they could be taking... Oh, no, they put Stitch out. So yeah, never mind then. Alright, Ignited's gonna do Windows here.
Also,
That's
the mod for Rav is interesting.
That's terrifying.
Shoutouts to Shananas for making some of these mods. A lot of racers have.
Oh, Stitch is not being nice right now.
You mean Pooh?
Oh yeah, you're right, Pooh. Or is it Oliphant Pooh? Is that what that is?
You know, I don't understand why this is made. Okay, hey, we found a torn page. It was on levels.
Wow. This final check. We're approaching level 4. It's not on 39.
Okay, it's not on 41. Now it's 44 and evens onward. And I mean, you've still got a whole minute. So, maybe you get it. You probably get it in this minute. But like, how much longer are you really spending here?
Nocturne Plus. Okay.
Alright, 46, maybe? Okay, it was 46 for Beast's Claw.
Wow. I'm getting straight out. Makes sense.
And a drive converter.
Alright.
That's fortunate, actually. They do have quite a few spots still remaining. They can take advantage of that for master leveling. We kind of see from Ignited, but she leveled master in the TR windows. That means Rav can also do the same.
But wow, look at those stats. Magic just stopped and Strength decided it wanted to play catch up.
That can happen quite a bit.
Oh, unfortunately, Ignited not quite being able to get the 2-item boat because of just how bad that strength is. Oh my gosh.
Membership card. And that was the last item in DC.
Okay. Good news here is you do still have your windows available if you need a master leveling spot. However, with the drive converter and knowing you're going to go to TT3, might just be better to do it there if you absolutely have to.
And Ignited's going to SP now. Good play there.
Makes sense.
I would assume she probably could also go for the level.
I imagine so. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't. Oh, Proud Fang.
And all that's left there is a pan.
I still have one check on the monitor here, so we'll see if we get it. Ignited has not pulled out Stitch yet. So...
She might be just doing the screens just to do it and get them out of the way. Don't think we might be seeing leveling here, potentially. Oh, nope, there it is.
Oh, Stitch is there, and the actual Stitch and not that abomination.
It wasn't that bad.
It was pretty bad. And Rav going straight into BC2.
Stitch, play nice. Okay, there he goes. It's being a bit annoying.
You've got Money Pouch, though, and you've got Ethers to spare, so... It's not the worst if he doesn't want to play Knight. You're right, Zeke, it was Nightmare Fuel. Hopefully it's the last time we see it this seat. Oh, he's not going to be C2. I forgot he had not done Darkthorn quite yet, so...
But are we going to get the Zaldin that we got robbed of from last seed?
This is true.
Can't believe you all actually wanted to see Zaldin. We've seen enough of him, too.
I don't know, Zaldin with these stats would be pretty fun, especially...
Got Beast Claw.
Okay, if she's gonna keep getting levels, I think that's a little bit fair. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I think you're at the floor, or you're above the floor for like the worst AS fight, I think. Or I think actually for all of them.
2 is fine. They don't have to do Marley, so that one's not... The worst that they've got left would probably be... Well, they don't have to do Vexen. They could still need to do Lexaeus
Larxene.
or Larxene.
I think those floors are lower potentially. So I think
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
we're
think
just
they've
above
got
the floor.
plenty.
Yeah.
And even then, they've got to reflect for those fights anyway, if need be. So
I've got the sheet pulled up. It looks like AS Larxene is 21 is the floor and 28 is the
Damn.
cap. So yeah,
Oh.
it's low.
So yeah, they're way above the floor, I think. Actually, yeah, so that's only, if you want to be technical, I think the only stat that's not above the floor is like their strength stat for Roxas. You really want to be nitpicky.
Yeah.
Oh, and we do get to see Zaldin.
Nice. Everyone who wanted Zaldin last seed gets it now. Not the same Zaldin, but it is a Zaldin.
Hey, we love the man. We love jumping in the air for no good reason.
The normal fight's fun. The data, all I can think about is that one hit list that Walby made.
Yeah, I remember. Have a second chance.
Ooh,
Good
Rav
time.
gets that parry. Very nice. Oh, this is the first jump. Gets the second though.
Ignited getting Proud Fang too. See, I imagine they want to go for the DM skip here, so misses the parry. Unfortunate.
Oh, they get jumps though. That's fine.
You can take these jumps and pop into like a Duck Flare or a Beast Lament. That should finish the fight pretty easily. Just remember to lock on here and you're fine.
Okay, we are seeing TT3 as well from Ignited right now, as Rav's finishing up this fight.
Yeah, I feel Ignited should definitely finish up with TT3 and then possibly go to HB. Oh, Lauders.
Lauders.
But probably might go hit up Hall of Passion because that's still a lot of checks there. They're looking for Trinity or Limit, whichever can get them through to SCT. But at this rate, I'm thinking they may have to go without it.
What could STT have at this point that would be detrimental outside of
Same.
like Limit? Could have the other two fires.
Oh no, a cure from Rav. I don't think they wanted to cure. I think they wanted to maybe do like a magic.
Unfortunately, getting 2 DMs in the fight. Oh, scared me there. I thought he was going to get another DM off with a... Whew. Data as Alden or bust. No thanks.
Report
Nice
saying
report.
Laud has a fire.
Going straight over. Makes sense.
Lauders.
Makes sense.
Such a strange chant. But at this point, you do have Magnega, so these fights are pretty trivial, fairly easy.
Yeah, well, the fire will help for SCT, and they also need it for Agrabah.
Ignited also not finding that final check in TT3 early, so still having to dig in at least to the mansion right now. Now this is interesting, starting with mission 3, I mean you get the immediate check, but if you start with the other missions you get those 2 chests as well. So, I've seen people go both ways in this, like, let's see, what does Mansion have for, Alright.
Oh, okay, opting to do a bit of form running.
Yeah, she
don't think
does
they have
have
the
a drive
drive
converter.
converter.
No, they picked up one from screens.
Alright, they
true.
did. Oh, I think they forgot that was on levels. Or as an ability, rather.
Oh, don't think I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe they're double checking. Did they get a
It's one
page?
Paid. Spooky Cave access.
Ooh, turn to the card.
A little early.
I think they got tripped up on where they wanted their cursor to be in the menu.
Thankfully, the card's probably the better one. If you get the dice, you can't leave the room, so...
You can leave the room, it's just very annoying.
Yep.
Wow,
and Chicken
it's just
Little's
on
the last
Master
one.
6.
So they don't have to care about drives anymore.
That's honestly really good info to find out super early. You don't have to try to be optimal anymore about farm leveling, you can just do regular strats instead.
And you stop stressing about, like, needing to find limit as much for STT now. You find sure to step in.
And Rav is going up the mountain now.
Indeed. Haven't seen that fire yet. Alright, we got the beam or we got betwixt and between right now.
I think you just full send betwixt and between, if it has to.
At this point,
Oh yeah. Your stats are really good.
Like, with the hit list, I noticed, like, some of the commentators, like, wondering why I would leave betwixt up. It was mainly just because drives scared me. So, yeah, I've seen enough geek seats to know how it could be bad. It could be.
It's very true.
And that's why I would always just leave like, if I ever both those seats, I would bum rush TT, but just not do betwixt because drives.
Alright, well, we are seeing betwixt.
Yep.
Just know, I never made those comments. Apparently, Oro did. Smile.
Oh yeah, no. I know. I watched both of them. There was comments made by, I know it wasn't you, Geek. It was like one of the, maybe some of the other commentators for Relegations also, or maybe it was it might have been Dark that pointed out in chat. But yeah,
yeah, it's definitely like you and I think along the same wavelength when it comes to that. Like, drives are just utterly terrifying.
Wow, money pouch on betwixt? That's okay.
Yikes.
Not what you kind of really wanted. You wanted probably like a limit form or like a fire, but it's not the worst.
Alright.
and it going to clear up to Twin Lords.
Rav forced to go into the minute fight. I would not be surprised if we see a throne room skip.
Yeah, I'm feeling throne room skip. You just gotta have to go over. It's only one check. You at least try to hope it's on throne room. If not, get it from Shanyu. Plus, they don't have the LOD2 item yet, or the TT3 item for LOD2.
It's true.
So if it happens to be on Storm Rider, it hurts them a little bit. But it's on Oogies, or the TT3 items on Oogies, so wouldn't be too surprised if Rav goes straight there. There's not much left before just biting STT. Or, well, still got HB. Could get from membership card eventually, but yeah.
Yeah, but if you're sitting in Rav's position, I mean, you still haven't done Disney Castle. You might have that drive converter, so you still have to go through all of that, all the screens to go to the boat to get that.
Yeah, if Rav should put the drive converter on and probably go to DC for sure. That would probably get him all the way up there to like level 6, which would be enough for Master. Because there's the drive converter, and even if they have a jackpot, they could just get a lot of orbs for it.
It's true, but they do have high jump level 4, so I mean, this is the one instance where anything above high jump 2 is kind of nice.
Well, it's not mainly for that, it's mostly just for the fact that it's while they were on their way to getting membership card through DC.
Oh, for sure.
You guys kind of mentioned it, the membership card. We haven't seen Ignited go there yet, which is very interesting. 6 checks, one of them being a reflect, and you just haven't gone there? It's very bold.
Well, they do have a reflect already, but I definitely don't understand this one too much myself, so...
Yeah, again, it really is just about doing optimal choice. Not optimal, but like making sure that the choice you are committing to, you are just doing it as fast as you can. So, I think they're still doing fine. They're playing great.
Yeah, both races are playing really well.
Could be in her head she's thinking that, like, trying to clear out these smaller worlds, see if she doesn't have to come back to them, and save that one for the end.
Right. Was it the adrenaline or the dopamine of getting multiple checks at once instead of single check, single check, single check in, like, separate worlds? That might be it.
Alright, Rav lining up for the throne room skip.
Alright, hopefully they don't accidentally go into the wall. Wow, they make it just above it. That was bold.
That's scary. Alright.
Alright, they go right to left,
side, best
objective.
side.
Objectively
Ignited's
best
going
choice.
to HP also.
Oh, right side loses. Ooh, combo boost, though.
Ooh, arrow dodge. Okay.
That would have been useful a few seconds ago.
Okay,
Oh,
right side
fire.
best is.
I was getting scared there. I'm like, don't tell me we rolled a Storm
Yep,
Rider
yep.
seed.
Rav going to HE2.
This makes sense. This is...
Yeah, they were going there for literally HE2. They figured Elodie would be the better option over World Than Ever Was. They probably just want to grab whatever they can to make it as fast of a trip there as possible.
Yeah. And to be fair, while AG2 is not the slowest world, it is definitely one of the more annoying ones with the enemies being able to troll you with the switches. Ignited finding an item boost, though, so that's pretty useful. With the Keyblade, that makes 2, so Ethers will almost instantly refill MP at this point, I believe.
Alright, still nothing in corridors or any of the chests here.
Now the real
Last
question:
chest in corridors.
do they?
Wow.
Does she go for core, and does she go for core skip? If that's the case.
Yep, we had this question pop up in the Masters race. I think with their stats and tools, it's still, I think, objectively the better choice to...
Yeah.
Sorry, if you do the fights, it's the safer choice. Obviously, you don't have to deal with last chests anymore. If you skip, it's also fine. You have the tools to do the fights fast, though, is the thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if they both were watching the last race and saw that it was on final chest of core and are probably thinking they're probably going to do it. Because they've got, like you
Recency
said, they have the
bias.
stats, they got Magnega, they've got final form. Those fights are just going to just melt.
Yeah, a little bit of recency bias. Unfortunately, I will say that they don't quite have the same tools as the Masters racers did. I mean, the Magnegas, wow, that was so fast. So it's got that fight. But for the first core fight, where their enemies are roughly all spread out, I don't know if the magnet will do too much
Also, Rav is
comparatively.
about to get some checks in AG2.
Alright, guaranteed Genie Jafar. We'll see if we actually have Alexeus, though. ASs are enabled for these avian settings, so we'll see if it's there. United getting
like-
another item slot.
I feel like if you're Ignited, or in just generally, you probably want to go into core first instead of doing that fight.
Oh, just
Just,
refilling drives.
I think it just saves a little bit of time if you go into core first, because you're gonna have to, if you don't finish off core there, you have to go down the ramp anyway. Nice pin. Love seeing that OC has a reflect.
Great hint. Ooh, unfortunately, United to get hit by fire. Just a little bit inconvenience. Not actually a real problem. Alright,
Jafar.
flash step. One more check
Thunder.
left for Rav here, and then it's guaranteed Lexeus.
See,
A
fight
Thunder was
Alexeus
found in
right now.
core.
Oh wow, we have Alexeus. We actually have an AS. That's a little surprising.
Going
And-
straight into the
yep.
AF. And
Why not? Their
Ignited.
magic is solid. They've got, well, they only got one reflect, but it'll be enough.
And
And they've got
Ignited
final
is doing
form.
core fights, so that's... I think that's a safe choice. It's a fine
Yeah.
choice.
Ooh, okay, gets the second car. Alright, let's see if core doing the fight shapes out. Gets a negative combo out of it. It's okay.
Man, I love watching Final just shred those health bars.
Ooh, does this kill for Rav here? This might.
Maybe.
Be close.
Yeah, oh yeah, this definitely
Yeah,
kills.
it's gonna kill.
And a thunder.
Ooh,
Wow.
thunder.
Well, Ignited just picks up a cure.
We finally found the last cure. I think that was last cure. That's Curaga.
And XP boost. That's a very rough spot for that.
Wow.
And limit for
Oh,
okay. Now you go
wow.
STT. And torn pages. Okay, keep it coming. You gotta keep going.
There's only 2 checks left in HB.
Core had the goods today.
Yeah,
Dang.
core stacked.
And Rav finally doing his window, so he'll be getting that membership card shortly thereafter.
Yeah, after doing Boat Pete.
I wouldn't be surprised if the minute he got the membership card, he just went straight into HB2.
Yeah, no. And I almost feel like Ignited's going to head straight to STT right after this. At least I hope so.
If you don't finish off, the place doesn't finish off in core here, you might push Demix? And she doesn't have a fire though, does she?
No, yeah, she's still fireless.
Could be a little rough.
Nah.
I feel like you
I feel like
can
at
wait
that
it
point
out.
you just I can wait it out a bit. It's not losing you too much time. Hit up SCT because you got to do it anyway. Hope that the third fire, the only fire that's unknown, is there. Or you got to go through. Well, so she also has limit form. She could also go straight start up tower climb in World That Never Was to look for the fire.
Hey, Agrabah had wisdom. Another wonderful hint.
Yeah,
one of the best hints so far.
No, these hints have been great today.
Alright, last chest of core.
Dang.
It's not a reflect.
I have yet to see that chest have anything in normal item placement.
See, when it does though, when it finally does.
Funny enough, I think one of the what was it? It was either the relegation seed or the top 8 seed for ABN actually had something in that last chest.
Oh, wow. Alright.
Seems like
Yeah.
it.
It was either that one or may have been the qual. I don't remember. It was one of those seeds that during it that actually did have something there.
Okay, Rav getting his membership card. Ignited leaving. Makes sense. Doesn't want to fight Demix. You can push it off. Oh! Going to LOD. Interesting. Okay.
Lotters.
Indeed, we got a good Lotters. And...
Rav hitting up.
There was in relegations and in top 8. That's... oof.
Oh yeah, it was a magnet in the final chest for one of them.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I literally do not remember this.
It's fine.
I'm
It was
glad
2.5
you guys
months
remember
ago.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. It was a very long time ago.
So, as far as checks go, it looks like Ignited is slightly ahead. That being said, we know Rav is about to get a lot from HB2 here. And what does he have anything done that Ignited hasn't at this point?
Waters.
Lotters, right?
And Beast Castle, because you have to do Zaldin for that.
That's true.
Rav also has AG2 done and Lexaeus, and but Rav doesn't have Oogie done or Prison Keeper.
I imagine he won't put that off for too much longer.
And also TT3 is that Ignited's already done.
Yeah, and we know that's through betwixt and between, too, so that's kind of gross. You know what I'm kind of rooting for right now? I'm rooting for a reflect on proof of peace check. That would be cursed. You get everything else you want, and then you have to go through all of that to not get the reflect.
Well, at least in the case of Ignited, she would not have to at least go check through core, because if that were to happen and Rav by chance did a core skip, which I would imagine he's gonna probably clear through it.
Yeah.
Then there would be that question: do you go through for last chest or do you go for mushroom? That type of a 50-50, or more like technically it would be more like 66-30 there would be 3366 just because there's 2 checks on a piece check.
Yeah.
So
I know for me, I'm definitely the kind of player where I go through, if I core skip, I definitely go check mushrooms before I go do core.
I mean, the like thing going against that is that you would have to spend the extra time climbing all the way up to core.
That's true. That's a little interesting approach into getting some of those drive orbs. Rav still does not have Master 6, so he does not have that Chicken Little. So he's hunting for that final thing. He never put on that drive converter, did he? I know, I could be wrong. It just looks like more money is dropping. Alright. I also wouldn't be surprised if we see, even though we know that Limit doesn't have anything on it, I wouldn't be surprised if Ignited actually level Limit here. Could have a couple of just useful tools. You're still missing that Trinity, which would make it really quick. And there's the baseball charm for Rav. Looks like he as well is going to do the core fights.
Makes sense. It's less of a. It would, in his mind, it'd be less of a potential time loss if it does happen to have something.
Very true.
Obviously, we know that the skip is the better option, but
they don't. And I imagine... Oh, Shadow Archive, that's nice. I imagine Ignited will also just try and do Throne Room skip as well.
Yeah, Ignited has all the tools for it. I imagine she's going for it.
Yeah. Alright, not anything particularly great on any of the limit levels so far. Not entirely surprised, but a little sad.
Man, these bolt towers are being a little rude.
Very much.
Yeah.
That's been like, I think 3 or 4 times I've seen her get hit out of a limit.
Yeah.
Rav picks up his limit. And his pages.
Now, Rav might actually just jump into SCT, or he might just continue on and just clear out all of HP.
That's true. Oh, something to note. Rav has done Honey Slider. Ignited has not.
Yeah.
So that's what, like a minute?
Plus, they both have access to Spooky Cave, so... But for all we know, they could just save it right to the... Well, maybe not, because Identity Disk is still at large. But my guess is that it would probably be an STT.
Harriger Wood's one of those that I feel like you just slot it in whenever you can.
Yeah. Or just slot it towards the end and end your whole seat off with eating the bear.
That's always fun.
Yeah, at that point you can at least go for the high score, at least, and chat might be happy.
Indeed. Isn't it a race we saw like a 9800 something? United getting a perfect run.
And left side, good side.
Is she gonna bail out here though?
I think she bails. There's just not much that would be really overly beneficial.
So they will miss out on that combo boost, but
and that
in theory shouldn't matter. It might actually, maybe. We'll see.
And STT, we finally get one.
This makes sense. Alright, so how deep is Trinity gonna be here? That's the real question.
Axel with the chest after being an important check. So that way they have to see it.
That would be amazing. Picking up the strength weapon, I feel feel like it's, at this point, I would probably just pick up the defense, because it saves you, like, maybe a half a second at that point, because you don't have to go to the left or the right, just with your stats. Yeah. You're kind of in a good position anyway. But the extra stat always is nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Looks like this will be a little faster.
Warehouse does bring up a good point. Lex is going to be a little faster for Ignited, just for the fire boost from Core, and maybe another fire in STT.
That being said, Rav did get DM skip on Lexaeus, so if Ignited doesn't, I think that like neutrals it out, or it makes Rav's fight just a bit faster in that case.
Yeah.
Alright, not surprised, Rav going into Demix. Wants to clear out Hollow Bastion. You have Magnega.
I mean, while he's there, why not?
Yeah. Doesn't make sense to go back and forth a couple of times. Ooh, looking to be honestly a pretty tight race at this point. Looks like should be a clean Demix kill there. Yep. Alright. And we're going further. We're going through Final Fantasy at least.
Yeah, it won't be much. Just jump into Limit form, or no, Wisdom form, and just Magnega the whole thing.
Yeah. Alright, Pence and Olette not being the homies this seed, unfortunately. Not giving us anything we need.
Not like it would have mattered. The rest of it's hidden in Mansion.
Of course, it's always Mansion.
All 6 checks in the Mansion. All 6 of them.
Firing off early. Doesn't want to waste time trying to level up Limit. Makes sense.
Oh, by the way, that was there.
Trinity Limit!
Of course it... You know...
Yeah, very unsurprisingly.
That does speed up struggle fights, though, with the draws that they have.
The good timing on that one,
thanks to the raid.
in this case, so...
It's true.
Because they don't really need the limit levels at all.
Ooh, opts to just use Thunder here. Okay. You should still be able to kill.
Have they gotten any reaction boosts? I haven't seen any.
I don't quite think so, but I will say that you do at least have, what do you call it?
And Rav is
You
going
do have
1K.
limit, there we go.
So
the form
looks like
itself should finish this off.
Yeah.
1K is required so far.
Yeah. I think with though, if you have like all the reaction boosts, I think you can technically one cycle this boss with limit form. Nice auto.
For
wisdom.
beginner, I'm not too sure, honestly. Maybe?
I've done it like once or twice before.
Alright,
Very
still
easy.
have nothing.
Earth, this format is ABN, so...
Alright.
Okay,
Gotta go back in.
there's 3 spots left, or 2 spots left rather. Here in the
On
mushrooms.
peace check. Let's go.
Make him glide down for fun. Just do it. Damn it.
Alright, does Rav go to STT? Oh, he has 100 acre. That's fair. You have spooky cave access. Do this now. See if you need to go further. Then probably go into STT. That being said, you have Flare, you have Limit. You could go World That Never Was now and do your tower climb.
You have
Oh!
Explosion now too.
Ooh,
That's
that's
a really
juicy.
solid place.
They
So
don't
if
have guard break,
Ignited
do
does
they?
that, they do have Guard Break, yeah. Guard Break, Explosion,
okay.
Finishing Leap. They got all 3. I will say, if Ignited does do those pages, then they'll at least have Explosion for Lexaeus when they eventually go, as well
That's
as
true.
for the rest of Agrabah 2.
Disappointed. Still not seeing a 49 there. Also, what is that mod that makes Piglet like a beehive?
I forget the exact name of it, but it
What
is
are
like
these?
it's some mod from Shenana's. I forget what exactly the name is. It just replaces every animal with just some other object from 100 Acre. That way you get the true ending.
Rav is aiming for all the chests first, which is good.
Action boost. Something to note is just looking at the load list, it does look like Ignited has about a minute load list on Rav. So...
Well, Ignited's going through STT, so a lot of the loads will be caught up a little bit by Rav.
That's true.
And also the minigame of Spooky Cave is required so far. Are we going to Starry Hill?
Let's see
Also-
a berry.
Also that light and darkness placement?
Love it.
It's a good placement.
This mod is weird.
It is a very weird mod.
No, it makes sense when you get to Starry Hill.
Does
Okay.
it?
Because what replaces Boo?
Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
no.
those are bone fists. Yeah, so unfortunately
We
we will
don't
not
get
see it. But essentially the mod replaces it so that you are actually eating a bear. So instead of holding Pooh and getting the pot off Pooh's head, you're holding the pot and getting Pooh out of the pot by throwing Pooh. So it reverses the roles. That's the mod.
Did you just put on a reaction boost or just a slightly better keyblade? I couldn't tell. Either way, it's unfortunate to know that that bone fist is not necessary, so Ignited really won't be that punished for putting it off for too long. I wouldn't be surprised if she went and dove into it and got her explosion, which would be nice, but
It'd probably be like the best case scenario if she did that. At that point, you're kind of that's up to Rando if you get that explosion or not.
very
And
true.
also, 4 checks in a mansion, so...
Beast Claw? Or no, sorry.
They probably want the identity disc here, so...
That's probably
Oh,
one of
Actually,
them.
I think that's all... I think it can only be here. No, it could be in World That Never Was. They haven't... Neither one of them have gone past the initial checks.
Now, are we gonna see a Lurkscene today?
2 ASs and 1 seed? Oh man, you're asking a lot.
Oh, hey,
Fire
the fire.
helps for like
And finishing plus. Once more, it's all nice things. Fortunately, once more probably will never ever see its actual use in these settings.
Yeah. Beginner is just... Oh, there's the identity
Identity
disc.
disc. Still another check here.
Promise chart, maybe? Or a port.
Gee.
Wow, you got hit by that. That's
Alright,
interesting.
one more check for Axel.
Could also be the last fun.
Oh, it is second chance.
Scom was in STT.
Ow, alright.
That's a
Alright,
very silly world.
Where do you go if you're ignited? You have a lot open to you. Okay, SP2. Makes sense, but you have to do... Oh! Thought you had to do a world reset, because most of the cutscenes in SCT don't work.
No, there was a couple room transitions, and then also the cutscene for computer room.
So the specifics of that, I believe, is if you're going from STT to TT, like let's say you pick up picture or ice cream in STT and you try to activate TT2 or 3, it doesn't work because you're still technically in TT. But because Ignited went from STT to SP, which is a different world, then the cutscene's trigger.
Let's see, I see.
Yeah. Shoutouts to TT and STT being the same world. Secretly.
Crazy. Nobody would have ever guessed that.
Hey, spoilers.
Yeah, how
What
dare
do you mean?
spoil
Roxas
the
had a
first...
notification. He has to go to school now.
Yeah.
By the way, shoutouts to everyone that actually has to go back to school. Have a good school year. Study. Yeah, that's my PSA. My obligatory PSA. Since it's on topic.
Please do. Your teachers smile. We'll be happy if you do and actually work.
I give bad advice, so I'm not going to say anything.
Sounds good. Alright, we will be seeing Solar Sailor next. We'll see how far this Peter Pan is.
Yep, Rav using the limit for STT for Twilight Thorn. Man, I'm mixing up all the boss names today. It's just like you'd think I'd been playing Boss Enemy Rando or something.
I would hope you've been practicing Path one slightly hard because you got a race soon.
No, it's not that far away. Let's say, definitely been practicing, although having your wisdom teeth pulled does not mean you get to enjoy streaming, so.
Fair.
Okay, I can see that, yeah.
But we're all good now, so. Alright, so let's see. Peter Pan?
So that's for your slot. It's okay. Alright, no Pan!
MCP.
Alright. It's looking spicy. We like it.
Let's go! Come on, let's get our Lark scene here. That's what we're all here for. The really good content.
Ooh, I'm surprised she's not going right into final form. Definitely would obliterate this fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Okay, makes sense.
Alright, whatever kills. Good first fight, now we got to do second parts. We'll see. I wonder if these either of these guys know how to do the pseudo one cycle. Is it slightly different just because you do more damage on beginner compared to crit?
I do know Ignited has done it before, so she has the knowledge. I would imagine Rav probably does too. Just knowing the caliber of players that we have here in this match.
Alright, time to see and judge. Ooh, was that overdamaged?
Nah, it should be fine.
Yeah, alright. Very nice. So where is the Peter Pan? Is he here? Oh, it's not!
Larksine?
Wow.
Let's go!
That is
2
indeed
ASs
a
this
guaranteed
seed.
Larksine. Man, I'm
Hey,
so
he's
generous.
Yeah, you're so generous today. You gave the whole chat, what, 4 super bosses earlier and now 2 ASs?
Technically, I gave him a 5th bonus one, because we did see Terra.
That's fair.
And, they are... why is Larksine's floor so low? I guess you do come across her in the vanilla game in what, PR1?
Port Royal.
Yes,
Yeah.
Port Royal one.
So it makes sense that her floor is a little lower. Looks like Ignited setting up. Just gonna go straight into it. I think that's fair.
Yeah. At
Yeah,
this
for
point,
player,
once you enter a world, like, you're just clearing it. You're not leaving it till it's done.
Yeah. Honestly, it's really hard to tell who's ahead right now. Because Rav has the 100 Acre Wood mini games, but Ignited has Oogie Boogie, TT2, or a TT3, and all of those checks out of the way. Neither racer has gone into the world that never was, which I would imagine is probably one of their next visits. I wouldn't be surprised if Ignited dipped into there and then left 100 Acre Wood for
I wouldn't be
last.
surprised if it's probably. I mean, I was thinking like World That Never Was might be their last one. So.
Oh, this is so unfortunate for Ignited. I don't know if she wanted to. Oh wait, this is working out anyway. Never mind.
Ooh.
I said nothing.
Nice experience boost.
Ignore everything I said. Wow, I feel like she wanted to go into limit, but that was like the best case scenario. Not a single DM.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, it is true. Ignited has not done Agrabah 2 through Lexaeus either. She doesn't know she needs to go that deep.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a really close race.
Yeah. Because Rav
She
still
goes into
has
wisdom
like
here.
to do Prison Keeper and Oogie, then TT3, which shouldn't take that long. Then SP2 doesn't take long, and then World That Never Was, like Tower Climb. He does not have much left at all.
Yeah.
Considering he's heading straight to Mansion, and he'll be done before Axel 2. So.
And to note, Rav will save just a little bit of time on Ignited in TT3 because she stopped to level Master, and he did it along the way, so...
Yeah.
And that will be a difference for sure.
But on the other end, I mean, you just saw Demix get melted by Ignited there a little bit faster than Rav, so...
Yeah, and STT's about to be done, and their load list is only about, like, 20-ish seconds apart.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
So, yeah, no, their load list is coming closer together, like, because there's just a lot of loads in STT.
I wonder if Rav goes for where the never was here, instead of going to Halloween Town, looking for that ice cream.
SP2 first?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He's gonna find out the joys of Larxene here.
Yeah, it's so weird to think that both racers have actually just put off completely doing the World Never Was.
I mean, it makes sense, but, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would have been able to do that. I would have probably thought there was a world item there and just gone there by the time I had, like, the limit form more than anything. Because by that point they had the strength back up for it. It would have been perfect time to just run in there and go for it. Plus they had, I guess maybe having more fires for Sigpar.
The bonus of putting it off is that they will be at the ceiling for all of the World That Never Was fights. For both stats.
Obviously, I'm kind of hoping they do save it for last and then enter right about the same time.
That would be a really cool convergence of routes.
Yeah.
Ignited, about to be disappointed that Thousand Artless gives her absolutely nothing.
Another thing you were talking about was saving some time. Ignited can save a little bit of time over Rav if she just does the mini game along with checking the chest in Spooky Cave, because Rav just checked the chest initially.
That's true. You're definitely a proponent of doing that. It seems to be something that you do pretty often, as you bring those wonderful little companions that never cause issues for you along.
Alright, Ignited finished up HB.
Alright. Going to Agrabah. Okay, makes sense. See if Rav pops immediately into final. Yeah, makes sense. He's the reflect image. Just burn through Sark here. Surprised he didn't just drop a thunder and finish it off there, but either way, it works. What's gonna be interesting here is seeing if the enemies troll Ignited a little bit. Particularly those, they can get in the way of you locking on for blizzards, they can get in the way of a lot of different things here. Oh!
Close.
Ooh, these panels are being a little annoying for Rev. Did they get that blizzard off in time? I think it went off in time. Okay, they do know the one cycle, very nice.
I don't even think they had to run around because the panel would have showed up on the other side.
So, does that blizzard just do a little extra damage?
It does.
Magic lock on. Okay.
Or, yeah, it for sure does a little bit. They'll maybe save, like, less than, like, a fifth of a second, maybe?
I mean, but looking at these timers, it's about what we got. The load list is only about 20-second difference, so anytime... Oh.
Ignited getting trolled.
Yep, that can happen. I believe those magicians only do that when they're below half health.
Yeah, that's why I'm usually a fan of just hitting like a Magnum on them so they can get out of the way.
Yeah.
Especially with Magnega, it would be a little bit more beneficial on that end.
Alright. Rav fighting his second super boss, while Ignited is heading to find out she has to fight her second super boss here.
Oh, okay, so Rav's trying to bait out all the explosions, make sure that they get them paired together. Should it still be fine? Okay, yeah.
I think a bit rougher of a fight than Ignited, but shouldn't be too bad. Probably pop in a limit after this and clean it up and be fine.
Okay, gets it off in time.
Whew,
Looked a little close. Now you go for a single hit. Oh, goes for the full Zantetsuken. Okay, works out. Very nice.
Probably laughing a bit at that experience boost. That's always fun. Alright, where does Rav go? Got a couple of options.
Halloween Town.
Makes sense. Closest world to you. He's gonna go find his ice cream, and then I would imagine you probably just go into TT3, go finish that off.
Yep, clear that out, and then go to World That Never Was. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of close between these two. I mean, one thing Rav has going for him is, of course, Ignited still has to go through the mini game fun, and Lexaeus.
Yeah. And Ignited not having explosion for Lexaeus is it's a little tough. But if she gets the skip on him, she will save a little time on Rav just having that fire boost. Rav, however, looks like he's saving a little time on Ignited, just using the flying into the Prison Keeper with Final Form here.
Yeah, already on to last phase. Looking super solid. We'll see how Ignited handles this Lexaeus fight here. Should be pretty straightforward though.
Oh! Aerial dodge reflect, that was super cool. Oh, that is true. Rav came in here with a single reflect for Lexaeus, so he does not get that extra area for reflect.
Ooh, gets charged.
Oh, unfortunate.
Still some good damage. Okay, gets... Oh, misses the timing! Oh, no.
I think
I
that's
think they
a DM.
assumed... Yeah, this is DM.
That's
I
a
think
DM.
she thought she was maybe on the Valor. On Valor, so I saw her go double up.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Okay, this should be the kill, though.
Oh, yeah.
Just going to fire. Very okay. Solid recovery, though, from that fight.
Yep, and she's probably gonna hit up Beast Castle 2 or 100 Acre next, I would assume.
She has
I think
some
they're
time.
both. I think they're both like fully intent on leaving World That Never Was towards the end. I could be wrong, and Ignited could just go into 100 Acre Wood last.
I'd say at this point, Rav is probably just ever so slightly in the lead by...
Yeah, because TT3 isn't gonna take long at all.
And it's a really... I'm looking at those 100 Acre Wood minigames right now, just thinking about how long those eat up.
Yeah, no, I mean sometimes just saving them to the end, just kind of like you may. I mean, just feels a little detrimental. I mean, I don't know.
I like that. Using limit there, just to make Oogie Boogie a little quick.
Yeah, and that was slightly. I think that was a bit more because I think Ignited was using Oogie for some Valor levels with low strength early.
Yeah. Alright, there's the ice cream. Goes straight to TT3. Makes sense.
Unfortunately,
but-
it does not reset the flags, so
Yeah.
that little hiccup there. Happens to everyone.
Will you go through World That Never Was at this point? Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
why not?
Leave
Not much
TT3
difference.
for your finish.
Because all that's in TT2 or TT3 is the LOD item and money pouch.
Now, here's the question, right? If you're Rav, if this world ends right here, right after Roxas, say that all the 4 items are right there, I think doesn't Rav just win at that point? I don't know if the 20 seconds is enough that Ignited can make that up.
Yeah, not to mention Ignited has all those mini games. If it happens to be here, I mean, Yeah, you know, Rab's just got this.
Oh,
wow.
such a
That
clean
was
Roxas.
clean.
Such good damage.
Combo Master, Thunder, Reflega, Roxas stood no chance.
Ignited's on Zaldin. Now it comes down to whether or not she going for rock, like immediately go into the World That Never Was, or do a 100 Acre next.
Yeah, that's true.
Because 100 Acre would help a bit more for the Roxas, just to keep up.
Yeah. Now, that being said, it does look like Ignited might get a DM skip here. It's gonna be tight. She has to do something.
Okay, gets the air combo. This is a very nice kill.
I will be right back.
And gets a draw from the first chest in this room. We'll see. We did get that fire, as well as the reports. Unfortunately, at this point, reports really do nothing for us.
Ignited is going 100 Acre Wood, so we'll pick up the explosion at least. Or should.
I forgot it is the season where kids are raising money for camps.
Oh.
So I had some lovely little ones come by to try and sell me some candy.
Yes, Warehouse Jesus, it was on Pooh at the end of Spooky Cave, so doing the minigame is required. So it is possible Ignited does what Rav did and just speed right through the chest and only to have to reset it.
Very true. Aw, Rav not going for the swag of just flying into Zigbar here. Unfortunate. It's a hard strat to pull off, but still a super swaggy one.
It was a pretty flawless fight, though. Very nice.
Very true.
Promise Charm, only one check left. Could be right here.
If you're Rav, you want to see it right here.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 checks, and then Luxor?
Yeah, it looks like gotta do Luxor at least.
The sad thing is, for Ignited here, is that the longer this World That Never Was is, the more it actually leans into Rap's favor, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, she's going through 100 Acre right now, so she did pick up the explosion, so there is a little bit more that she can catch up with.
That's true.
Or keep up with, because Rav's Roxas was just clean.
You know. It's also gonna be who gets the Luxord skip, right? Did Rav take off? Oh, he still has high jump off, so that's good at least.
And Ignited speeding through looking at the chest, so she will definitely have to hit the retry after looking at him.
Wow, just look at that damage. It's crazy how much Luxord take. He's a Magnet Burst, okay. Not catching him in time. Oh well.
Yeah, I think if Rav got him with a finisher hit that was a Magna Burst, he would have caught him back in a loop.
Alright, now comes the really stressful part. Now the question
He's just
is...
going for that. Not doing limit.
I respect it. I think the limit saves you just a little bit of time here. But this is definitely safer. Nice. Very clean.
Still a pop-up check, I think.
Yep.
And it's just right there. TCS membership card. What a fantastic hint.
Yep.
Okay. So Rav just has to run through TT3 through Mansion.
Yeah.
Which is, it's still betwixt and between. Ignited has to do all the World Never Was through Luxor. This is going to be really close.
Yeah, if Ignited finishes real time ahead, that's it on that run because I think she has the loadless advantage.
Yep. About
This is going to be close, down to a few seconds.
for sure. And this is what you like to see with an ABN. This shows that you just got two really, really high caliber players. Alright.
Alright, he got the one major item, but unfortunately he doesn't know it. He's going to still look through all these.
Oh, going
Okay,
into
uses
Trinity.
Trinity. This should be fine. Plays it safe. Okay, if you go for... Actually, you just might kill. Go for the finisher. Yeah, alright. That was still an okay fast fight. Wasn't as fast as Rav's, but that was still really, really good.
If you're Rav, you definitely take the save warp here. I think that's what he's setting up to. RTA, I don't know if it saves as much. Oh, I guess
I don't even
not.
think it saves much time because you still have to go through the whole train common. Like, I guess in this case you may... I don't know if you hit more loads this way.
The thing is that your loadless timer doesn't stop when you're actually doing room transitions. So, just for the sake of loadless, it's actually a little bit better, in my opinion, just to go for that. But I think it's the difference of maybe like a second overall. It's not a huge difference. Alright, Ignited is heading up the elevator to go into Zigbar.
Yep, he just has to do Zigbar and Luxord, and that'll be it.
She does not realize how much pressure is on her to get these DM skips.
Yeah.
Like, if she misses a DM skip, then Rav wins. If she gets them, it's still unknown.
I mean, who knows? I mean, Rav's still going to be checking every chest and mansion first, and then going into Betwixt, so there's a little bit of time still to go there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
She's
Ignited. Get
menuing,
that
that's
menu.
losing time there. I don't think she needed really to menu either, like, I think everything was pretty much set up good enough for it. With the stats.
She didn't have a ground
bottom.
finisher on, so I guess for Luxord, you would want to menu, but for this fight, I think you had everything. But we'll see how this goes.
Rav only has
she-
to check after beam, or like, I mean, further down,
In
not
Betwixt,
actually
yeah.
beam. Yeah.
Right.
So
I will say, Ignited does know how to do the final glide strat, so maybe she'll be okay.
It does save time.
Oh, okay, this is
Oh,
now
no.
scary. You pushed into second phase. That makes things a
You
little
just go
rough.
for it at this point. You just go for it and hope to keep them trapped.
Wow. You really are praying he doesn't break out right here.
Oh, okay, this is it. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what
she got it.
Wow. Okay.
Now,
Alright.
yeah, she's gonna have to hope that it comes down to those, like, I think, what, last 30-ish seconds or 20-ish seconds.
Well, and you have to hope.
I think
Oh,
Rav's
it's gonna be
got
such a
this.
rough Luxord fight.
I think it also could, unfortunately, the thing is, this could come down to Assassins being a pain. Oh, Rav going into Valor, though.
He'll
Not
have,
a huge deal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal there, but that was a little bit of time.
We're
Alright,
teeter
it's every
tottering for
chest for
second.
Ignited. No, she has one fight. Same with Rav.
And it's when the blue number hits. It's not. Oh my gosh, that was so quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
Alright, that is
Alright.
time for Rav.
So 141 or
I
142.41.
I don't.
142.41. Yeah,
20 seconds.
you got
That's
21
20
seconds.
I don't think that's possible. So it is possible if you do limit only and do R's only, I think. Actually, no, it's not possible. Dang. How close
That
is
was
it, though?
close.
Let's find out here. She's probably panicking though right now. Oh yeah, she's panicking very hard.
It's over.
Unfortunate. Well, first of all, GG's to
GG.
Rap.
APNs are fun to watch. They get so close, and it comes down to those little execution errors that happen on both sides. As
This is why I like Hit List.
yes,
Now let's do let us watch us finish her out. Finish this out? God, I cannot speak. I'm just so in shock about how this race went.
English is hard.
Yeah. Okay, so she should get the DM skip, actually. Just go into Trinity, breaks the cards, go right into limit form. And that is
skip.
about GG's. It essentially is GG's. Oh, wow, what a race. And big GG's all around to both racers. Super, super close till the very end. It was really hard to tell who would have won the whole time.
Yeah.
But on that note, that is the match. We will now have our look at a little updated bracket. RavSpect moves on. Now gets to play the winner of our next match, Silence versus Darkness Mist. That'll be exciting. Ignited will be waiting in losers. Gets to play the loser of that match. It will be interesting to see how the rest of this goes. Honestly, she played super well. Big GG's and big props to her. Very super well played.
GG's to both racers. They played very well.
Very much so. It should also note, Ignited did not play ABN. This should not play the ABN settings before this match. So, well, okay.
I never said this. Her first tourney, I think, was the Path qualifier.
That's crazy. She did
the Path
super
Open
well.
qualifier was, I think, her first tournament. So,
To be fair, with a lot
she's come very far.
To be fair, with a lot of the, I mean, you look at the bracket in general. There are like plenty of people here who didn't even play in the ABN to begin with, and then of course some of them didn't even make it a top 8 until after through hitless.
Very true.